Yeah, ni episode ya 3 ya The English Talk. Mimi naitwa Mtumba English. Karibu sana kwenye episode hii hapa. Na leo as usual, hii episode tunakuwa na watu mbalimbali ambao wanafanya vitu mbalimbali, alafu tunaangalia nafasi ya Kiingereza katika kazi zao. Na leo niko na moja kati ya watu ambao wamefanikiwa sana ndani na nje ya nchi katika tasnia nzima ya wanamitindo. Mwaka jana, mwaka 2018, namaanisha alishinda Mr. Africa. It was Mr. Africa 2018. Na madili mengi sana huko nyuma kama model alishayafanya. Si mwingine ni Calisah. Yeah, how are you bro?
Safi sana bro, niko poa, tunashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu tunapumua. Hayo ni mafanikio makubwa sana kwa binadamu.
Yeah, hongera sana pia mzee.
Nashukuru sana bro.
Mimi nataka tupige tu Kiingereza, tupige tu kimambo kabisa. Au unasemaje mzee?
Kiingereza bwana sio lugha ambayo tumezaliwa nayo Tanzania.
Yeah.
Lakini sasa kwa sababu Mtumba umetaka, inshallah tujaribu.
Calisah, caption zako bwana za Insta mimi ndo zinanifanya niseme hivi. Caption za moto sana. Nitakuuliza baada ya hili swala. Tunapiga Kiingereza bwana Calisah. Umetoka Nigeria na nini, alafu na madizi kibao ya nje umenitetea hapa, kwa hiyo
nadhani leo kwa sababu labda tunataka tuendelee kubadilika kule, au sio? Na mimi nafahamu Mtumba kama ni mwalimu wa umemsaidia vijana wengi sana, mwenyewe pia nikiwemo.
Sure.
Sawa, nikikosea niko na mwalimu, kwa hiyo
nataka ni test sasa vile vitu ambavyo tunavifanya vinafanya kazi Calisah. Now let's go Calisah. If someone is a model and they just don't know English, what do they exactly miss in the modeling industry?
If you really want to put yourself international way, I think there's a way, there is a need for you to learn English, because we're traveling different countries, we meet a lot of people, and many of them don't know English, I don't know Swahili, man. So in order for you to make another steps, you need to learn how to speak English. So upcoming models that needs to be good big models, I think they need to put more effort on learning English.
Now, you as a Calisah, as a famous model and a great model in Africa right now, what a deal did you get? And the reason of you getting a deal was because you know English.
As I told you, I'm from Tanzania. I was born here, and I had a lot of dreams. I had a lot of dreams. I wanted myself to be number one in Dar es Salaam, be number one in Tanzania, be number one in East Africa, actually being number one in Africa.
Yeah.
So when you're growing, there are so many things we want as a teenagers. I say like I want things that I never had.
Yeah.
And as people are treating me like one of model who has a
achievement
and all that. So back to your questions, the deals I got through this language. I was in Nigeria last year.
Yeah.
And people don't know Swahili.
Yeah.
Just the only language we used to talk was English.
Yeah.
So through English I met a lot of people. I signed a lot of deals, So I think for me, at least to learn how to speak English made my life being easier.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah. I think that's.
Now let's look into this negative side. Did you miss any deal or anything important because you just didn't know English back then, and probably the time when you didn't know even to spell an English word?
Of course yes. I think 2 years ago, it's not actually deals. I think to me I like to put like missing a lot of opportunities in different ways. I had a friends who live in America, so we used to talk through WhatsApp calls, and people from America,
the way they are, I've got that accent, which is a little bit awkward.
So that was kind of, I missed a lot of things, because he came to realize this guy doesn't know English.
Yeah.
There was some contracts I had to sign, and my English was very poor, very, absolutely very poor.
Yeah.
So I missed a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
So I said to myself, I really
Yeah.
really need to put more effort.
Yeah, on this. All right. I've been doing interview with different people, and they say that I've missed a lot of deals because of not being aware or not knowing English. So I think is everybody who needs to get there, they're supposed to learn English first in order to achieve their dreams.
Exactly.
Now let's go back to 2019. 2018. It was last year, the time when you became a winner of Mr. Africa 2018. Personally, I had just trying to look into some videos on YouTube in order to find out the fact that you know how to speak English, you know. And what I saw was not a video you speaking English before the crowd as a Thanksgiving time. You know, it was just only a woman asking you names and, you know, Dan, you know what I'm saying? So people were keen at knowing that Calisah knows this language or not by just expecting you to stand after a big win, to stand before a crowd and try to thank people behind you. Why wasn't it like that? Because we are used to seeing people, winners standing before a crowd and, you know, thank people behind them who have made them, you know, like that and all that shit. Why wasn't it like how people expected?
Okay, let me put this clear.
Okay.
To me, I'm not putting myself like I know this language. I'm just learning. That's why I called you and I said like, bro, I really need to learn English. Back to your question. As I told you, Mr. Africa was a combination of different countries.
Yeah.
So we were from different countries.
Yeah.
And when we were there, we had some interview. Of course, you must be interviewed in order to win those kind of competition.
Yeah.
So I had an interview. I think the thing that helped me was I had a lot of confidence. I have a lot of confidence, and you know, I am from Tanzania. I'm most of the time I'm sort of in front of the camera, so I'm this.
You're used to it.
Yeah, I'm not scared of camera and all that. So I don't know what they didn't put. That's a kind of video that we are talking English in every. I don't know, but I had that time. I had interviews with different media in Nigeria, and they, you know, in order to win, there's some questions they ask you in the crowd. Like for example, me, they ask it like, how you're from Tanzania, right? And they always ask you about your country or maybe Africa, all that. So they asked me about this. Okay, they say like many African countries are very poor. And what the one thing that we really need to do in order to help our generation not to be poor in African countries. So you see that kind of question, even if you ask maybe someone, Tanzanian person in Swahili, it's very hard to answer.
It's very hard to answer.
That's question is it's a brain.
It's technical one.
Yeah, you know, in any you can imagine I'm on a cloud in different countries, and there was judges too.
Right
there.
And everything was online by the time you were doing that.
Yeah, that was online. The day in the competition, that was the final day. And I don't know, but I think maybe if the full interview, I think it's there. I will help you. I will help you
find it.
So if you see that kind of question, to me that was the first time being asked a question like that. I didn't intend it.
And before the crowd, everybody's looking at you.
From the crowd, and I say, you know, I said like I don't remember it, but I think I said like, you know, many of African countries, many of African students, many of African parents take their kids to school in order to be employed. So like I'm right now I'm in school, but my parents are praying for me to get a job. So we are learning or to get a job to be employed on that. So I think we really need to change this system, because the education system in Africa people thought that way. You need
Yeah,
to through this class order
To
to be
start,
here.
you know, to be
You
employed
end
in-
up paying rents and all that.
Yeah.
So I say that we as African we need to learn how to do business when in schools like like Arabians. You know, when we count Arabian countries, like Asian.
They're not much
Asian continent. Yeah.
in school.
I think they are one of the richest people in the world because they know how to do business. But in African countries, they want us to be employed.
Yeah.
So that's kind of questions, you know.
And by the way, that's you've got a financial mind. It seems like a very good book reader.
I'm from the dust and I'm from there. I know I have a very my story is different. But when life is very tough, I had to through some books in order to be here. So that's the kind of questions. It was hard to answer if I threw books but thanks God I did.
But books helped you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course, you know, as I say, a lot of Tanzanians, a lot of people in Africa, they can't waste the time read books, you know.
Sure.
And that's the only way you can find a lot of vocabularies.
Yeah, vocabularies and.
You meet the different stories of rich people and all that.
Right.
So for me to have a session and to have my private session with books help me answer that kind of question. That's a very tricky question.
So now we can see the importance of reading books. Shout out to everybody who's been motivating people to read books. Now, so this question is a little bit tough. And I just want to give you a word and tell you its meaning. Then you have to make 3 sentences using that word.
Okay, let's see.
Worry what?
Sorry?
Worry what? Worry what?
Worry what? Yeah.
Worry what? The person who worries about anything, like, you know, any situation, anything, even those stupid things, they just worry, right?
Okay.
Just make sentences using that word. Worry what?
Worry what? Worry by meaning scared. Worry like which kind of worry meaning?
It's a full word. Worry what worries.
Okay.
Too much.
Okay.
Even stupid things, they just worry, you know. So like this thing is not really gonna happen, but those people worry. Like I'm scared, you know. I'm broke beaten, I can do that. They worry everything. I just want to make 3 sentences using the word worry what. The first one?
Okay, skip that. Can I skip that?
Now you can skip this, of course. Now we're going to another thing. I want you to talk about the journey from Tanzania to Nigeria and back to Tanzania using 2 minutes.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah, ready. It's ready.
That was so hard for me to travel from here to Lagos since I had no ticket, and I was struggling so hard to get a ticket, and finally I got the ticket the same day that I really wanted, the same day that wanted me to travel, and I had to connect the flight, so I took a flight to Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. And I spent like 2 hours waiting for another flight, and I was very broke and afraid because that was my first time being in Ethiopia. And good thing I met someone who's I met someone from I don't know he's from which country, but I met someone there. And he came straight. Hey, Calisah, are you Calisah? Okay, we come to Mr. Africa. I think we are together. I'm also going there. So at least I had someone. I had a friend.
Yeah.
So we spent a moment together and we waited together. We waited that Lagos plane together. And when we were in Lagos, you know, the only thing I only had my phone with me.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that connected me with you.
Yeah.
So when I went there, I didn't know people in Lagos are begging for money a lot.
Yeah.
Even police, like everyone asking for money. Like hey, you look good, bro. You look good. Can you give me something? Yeah, it's like that. So I think it was very funny journey, and they came and they came and take us to the hotel, and that was my first time going to Lagos.
Okay.
You know, when you go somewhere and meet a lot of countries, that's a good thing. You know. However, I was a little bit afraid, and this is like but I really missed that moment. I really missed that moment.
Okay.
That was a great experience. Yeah.
Until back. Now we all know that Nigerians don't have that understandable accent. The accent is really awkward. How could you guys understand one another?
You know, Nigerians. The Nigerians.
Because apart from those participants who participated in East Africa, there were some people also out there who you really need to talk to, like I
think they got their own language. They got their own English. The way they spell words in English is different. It's different.
Yeah.
You know, if you meet Nigerians talking, and you are maybe there, you're from Tanzania, Uganda, or America, you will need to have like a and how to understand them. But they're using same words, but they spell different.
Yeah.
So they put D. I don't know. Would they? They come here. The way they speak is extremely very different. So it's hard. It's hard. That was very hard for me to understand. Talking. Are you guys talking English? Yeah.
The language is affected. It's affected by mother tongue. I think they just make it pidgin.
One day I had a time to visit on orphans. They were living in the beach. But by the way, the Nigerians got talent.
Okay.
So one boy came to me. He was very young. He was rapping, but the way he raps, but that's the same thing I was telling you here just now. They spell different. They spell different. I don't know, but it's very hard. You need to spend more time with them in order to understand
them. Yeah, Calisah is one of the very great, vivid examples of my students. So if you've been working during my course, I think you can just see how Calisah is now flowing in English. And for you guys who've been asking yourself, does Calisah know how to speak English? I think you've just witnessed. And okay, last thing, for the people out there who look up to Calisah, they just want to be like Calisah. What's an advice would you like to give them?
I think they really need to be themselves. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. If you have a dream, you need to make sure you fulfill your dream. However, fulfilling dream is a very hard thing. You need to know where you're going, to find people who think they will help you. We do have a lot of friends. But we have different friends. To me, I have a lot of friends. Like I know if I meet Mtumba right now, Mtumba will teach me how to speak English, how to flow in words in English. But if I meet maybe Joeli, we'll talk about football. If I meet her, we will talk about having sex and all that. If I meet someone, we'll talk about business. So if you have a dream, I think you really need to spend more time with the people who have the same goal with you. So I think you need to focus on what you want. I wanted a lot of things in my life. I wanted to be famous. I wanted to have crowns. I wanted to be myself. Like this time, I want myself to do myself in financial way. So I'm right now. I'm taking my time building myself in terrace knowledge. So so if you want something, everything is possible. The other day I called you. I say, bro, I need to learn this
English
because I wanted to be different Calisah. Because my plan for next year is different.
It's different.
I want to go higher. I want to go. So I say I need to put more knowledge. I need to. So it's like that. Anyone who wants to be someone who want to have it, I want to do one thing. You need to put more effort on learning how to do it.
Shout out to Calisah. Has got a very classic shop here at Sinza Mori Deposits Wanyama Hotel. It's called Shoe Plug. You can be around here to get your very classic kicks and you know, be bragging out there like, you know, I've got a classic and all this shit. Now, yeah, shout out to Mutro Magic behind the camera, and this is Sinzamori, the location exactly. So shout out to Calisah for just giving us this location too. My name is Mtumba English. You can find me on Instagram, Mtumba English, Twitter, Facebook, the same name. And how can people get you on the social media?
My Instagram goes by Calisah, Calisah, and everywhere, Facebook.
Okay, Calisah, the same name, right?
Same name. So
yeah.
And the account is verified.
Yeah,
just in case
so
you
it's
find
easy to get it.
If you, in case you will find a lot of Calisahs on Instagram.
Yeah.
So that's my Instagram.
You verified people brag a lot. What's the reason behind this shit? You know, I've been meeting people bragging about the verified accounts. What's up, man?
A lot of celebrities being verified this year, but
yeah.
too much to me. I was verified last year, and I didn't do nothing. I just woke up in the morning and found myself verified. I think they are looking for people who maybe. They sent me an email. And they say like, okay, we found like you are. There's a lot of accounts of Calisahs, like 100 or something Calisahs, and we came to realize, and you are the real one. And are you dealing with the fashion? And we came to realize like people searching you a lot.
Yeah.
And you know, and they say, okay, this dude has something, and that's the reason.
So you need to be searching a lot in order to be verified. That's a quick thing which I got from your expression.
Yeah, and if you in order people to search you, you need to make sure you bring what people want to get from you. You need to, you know, if you're selling shoes. People will come to you because they really want to see your shoes.
Yeah.
So make sure you focus on what you bring on the table. Like I'm doing this.
Yeah. So don't mix things like today you post shoes, tomorrow you post another thing which is not.
So if you're a musician, if you're an actor, actress, lawyer, teacher, in order to be verified, you need to focus on one thing.
Yeah.
Because you being like that, that's the only thing that can bring people to your account.
Yeah, just go to my YouTube channel, Mtumba English. Subscribe, comment, and like it. It's been very good day having Calisah. I can call it a blessing because ever since he won that crown, he's never done any interview with any media. So it's a very great thing actually. Until the next episode, it's gonna be the fourth episode actually. You have to stay close with your YouTube channel. A lot of big things are coming up. My name is Mtumba. This was the English Talk.